All right, guys. So I'm back with part two of how to build your business. Okay. Um, I stopped and we were talking about why the clubs, right? And everyone needs to have a goal and a vision, and how even when you buy a car, you look for the next model up, or the next model up, or the next model up. Same thing with your cell phone. Same things with your Dish Network, DirecTV, whatever. The basic package, then the intermediate package, then an extreme package with Showtime and all that good stuff on it, right? So the thing is, look, these companies are huge, multi-million-dollar companies. They put research behind it. They wouldn't offer you these things if they didn't have research to show that's profitable for their business. So you want to take that same model and have it available for your school, to where you have those clubs that they can see and have a vision as to where they're going to move up to, instead of having everyone collectively on your floor at one time. Okay. And as I was saying in the end of part one, when it cut off there on us, everybody likes to feel they're better than someone else, right? The middle class, everyone in America wants to say they're middle class, right? Because they don't want to be considered lower class. So they want to feel better than someone else, right? And you don't hear too many people say, well, I'm mid or lower level, or I'm upper lower income. It's everybody, I'm middle income in the United States. Well, everybody in the United States consider themselves to be middle class. Everybody can't be there, but they put themselves there because they like to feel as if they're better than another class of people, right? So we have to realize that's kind of human nature. So by having these clubs, you're going to have people that are in the black belt club, which is above your basic. They went there because, yes, they want a higher degree of learning, and I'm going to break down what you're going to give them and how you're going to tell them what's into that. But then the people that are in the basic club below them are like, well, I want to be up there with them too. Well, then the black belt club are there, and they start to feel pretty highly of themselves, right? Well, then there's the masters club. So now the black belt club is like, well, I want to be there too. Well, then the masters club start to feel like, they're feeling themselves a little bit. I'm a little better. So then there's the leadership club, which are all my black belts, right? So they all have a vision as to where they want to go to, and it's up to you to go ahead and put that vision into their minds, and then show them how that vision becomes their goal, and then show them how to develop a plan to where that plan leads them to the achievement of that goal. Okay. Um, if you don't believe in some of the things that I'm saying on the clubs things, let's look at it this way. Jobs, every job. You'll have the employee, then you're going to have a floor or a team lead, then you have an assistant manager, then you have a manager, then you may have a director or regional director, then you have a vice president. I mean, you have all these titles. Why? Because people want to feel as if they're a little bit higher than someone else. The military is no different. You come in and you're enlisted, and then you have your NCOs, then you come to your senior NCOs and first sergeants, then you have your officers, your junior officers, your company grade officers, then you get to your command staff, right? So you have all these things that's built in there. Why? Because no one wants to come in and be a one striper and say, well, that's it. Everybody in here is just the same thing. There's no vision, there's no goal, which decreases your work ethic and your passion because you don't see where else you can go, right? So you want to do the same thing in your school. Help them to maintain that passion and that work ethic by showing them where else they can be graduated to, all right? Next topic. How to set up your school presentation. Now, what do I mean about that? It's great for you to go ahead and have your basic club, black belt club, masters club leadership, but you have to know how to present it as a new thing to your school. You just can't come in and say, okay, guys, today you guys are going to be in different clubs. If they don't know what it is, they're not going to go into it. So you have to be able to give them a vision, again, oversight as to what this is, and then remember as you're presenting it to them, guys, what's in it for them, right? And we'll go over those things later video because I don't want to be here all day. Okay, but the school setup presentation. One, when you come inside your school, display each club uniform. As soon as these people come in, and they come into your front door, I want you guys to, let me say this. Not McDonald's, at Disney World. Do you know what they have the employees do at Disney World? Or Disneyland, whichever one? They make them get down on their knees. You know why? Because they want you or that employee to see the park from the eyes of a child. What are you seeing? Oh, you see that cigarette butt? Oh, you see how this has rust on it? You start to see things differently when you bring yourself down to that level, right? So we want to go ahead and kind of give the story to the prospect that's coming in, as well as the person that's already training with you, as to what your school is about and where they can go. Go to your front door. Turn your back, and if you just walked in the door, look forward. What is the first things that you see? What is the story that your school is telling you at that time? You should have somewhere in that 45-degree angle of your head, you should have something that tells them about what your school is about. What are they there for? Some schools will have on there that says this is a black belt school. Many schools do that. I hate that, by the way, because then you're putting it into your students' mind. Their goal is just to get black belt. So as soon as they get black belt, what do? Yeah, you got it. They quit. And then people say, yeah, my retention is so hard for black belt. So they come up with all this other stuff to for them to get their black belt, they have to go ahead and sign up for another year, telling me that they're going to take a different part of my school, different system, where I can review them and their ethic is a black belt. No, you're just trying to figure out a way to stop your retention because you put into their head, or help your retention, you put into their head for the last 3 to 7, 8 years, whatever, to get black belt, that's their goal. Now they got it and they quit. So I don't like that theme. But anyway, I digress. You want to make sure that your school is telling a story as soon as they walk in there so they know what's going on. So you should have somewhere around there your basic uniform, and your basic uniform should be basic. Not all jazzed up, because then why do I ever want to get out of it? Give them a basic uniform. I do think you should have some type of screen printing on your uniform so it is yours, so they can't have a uniform from somebody else's school and come in and wear it on your floor. It has to be your monogram, your screen printed uniform, and your basic. Then have below that, you're gonna have whatever is included in your basic program. What do they need? Mitts maybe, or gloves maybe. To hit your boxing mitts with. Um, a kick pads, something like that, so they can see here are the things that they need to have when they enter into that club. Just like if they do baseball, they have to go and get a mitt, right? So you want to have them with the same thing, that they know what is needed when they come into your basic club. So they see the uniform, and under the uniform, it shows them the things that they would need to participate in that program. Then beside that, you would have elevated up slightly, you would have your black belt club uniform. And whatever is going to be included, whatever weapon or whatever you want to be under that. Then a little bit elevated from that, you would have your Masters Club uniform. And then whatever you would have under that comes into your Masters Club. Then if you have enough room on the wall above that with different lighting hitting directly on that is your Black Belt Club uniform with the black belt on it. And that black belt being embroidered saying your name. And what I mean by saying your name, it is spelled out Yourname. Why? Because when I give the spiel to people when they walk in and I give them the tour of my school, I'm going to let them know that black belt up there that says your name is reserved for you if you have the work ethic to earn it, right? So it kind of puts in their mind where we want them to be. We're already giving them that vision that the goal is what? Get to that black belt. All right. So you want to make sure you have that display in your school so people, when they come in, can see that and know what you're about. I went under each uniform. Now, your school presentation. What I'm talking about with this is that I need to bring my entire school together, preferably on a Saturday around 10 a.m., and you're going to go over with everyone collectively about things that you're doing for your school. Hey guys, thank you for coming in today. Exciting news. Hey, I want to congratulate you guys. You have hung in there like terriers and have been doing great here at the school, but we have discovered ways to make it even better for you, being more respectful of your time, and rewarding those that have the passion and the work ethic to grow beyond, right? So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us the way that it used to be. You're going to love the new way because there's so many benefits as far as your timing and your knowledge, the type of training that you're getting. It's going to help you to excel even further, right? So you're explaining to them what the new method is going to be and what's in it for them. Examples, your basic club, you can tell them, hey guys, in the basic club that we're going to have, we're going to teach that with the basics. You got to walk before you can run, right? So this is our developmental class. It's where we can bring everybody together that are fairly new within the first 6 to 9 months, and you'll train collectively together. During that time, we're going to be rewarding you for the things that you're doing well, praising you for the things that you're doing well, and help correct you on the things that you're not doing well. We're also going to look to see who has that passion that really wants to go further. We know people like to hang together that are of equal mind. Wouldn't you say? Absolutely. So those people that are in the basic club, but we see over the 6 to 9 months or so, that you really have a lot of passion and you're coming in here and practicing and not playing, we're going to allow you to let that work ethic build you up into our Black Belt Club program. Well, what is that? Oh my goodness. That's for people that want a little bit more than the basics. So we're going to get you a little bit more fine motor skill techniques in there, right? A little bit more difficult? Sure. Is it going to take a little bit more time to learn it? Absolutely. Then why am I going to teach it to you? Because you showed me that with your work ethic, you deserve to learn it. So I'm going to do that for you, okay? You'll be able to come to that Black Belt Club. Now, what is the Black Belt Club going to do? It's allowing you to do 3 sessions a week. Okay, so parents, look, I know it's hard. You may have kids in several different activities. Now I got to come 3 days a week. No, 3 sessions a week. Remember, in our basic club, you're already coming 2 times a week. In the Black Belt Club, you can still come 2 times a week, but you're getting in 3 sessions. How does that work? Well, remember, Monday and Tuesday is based upon belt level. Wednesday and Thursday is based upon the club level. Well, the Wednesday and Thursday Black Belt Club and Master Club classes are an hour and a half long. You do not have to stay the whole hour and a half, or you can. You can come and do the first 40 minutes, leave. Come back on Thursday, do 40 minutes, leave. So you're actually there 3 days, and you got in 3 sessions. Or you can come in on Monday and Tuesday based upon your rank. Wednesday, you decide to come in for the full hour and a half. Well, then you're done the rest of the week. You don't have to come back in for anything else. So it's being more respectful of your time, mom and dad, to say, look, I wish I could just come and have a day where we can be here really long and get those things done. Great. But then we have an element of the people inside the school that say, and even being here, 40 minutes is a stretch. Well, great. So we can bring you in for just a 40 minutes, leave. Then the next day, come back for the next 40 minutes. You still got your 3 sessions in. So we're taking care of the primary things that we're hearing from most people, which is your time and commitment. We're rewarding those people that are committed by giving them the type of times that fit into their schedule. Okay? So that's kind of how that goes over. BBC, your Black Belt Club, what is that for? I just kind of went over that for you, but it's for people that are goal setters, people that want to hire or have a higher work ethic, people that are setting black belt as being their goal. They're equal-minded people out on the floor with you. Masters Club are people that have completed the Black Belt Club program and are now looking at going beyond black belt. Now, look, that doesn't mean they have to be black belt to move into my Masters Club. They may be a brown belt, senior brown, red belt, senior red. They can be in my Masters Club. They're just made a determination at that time that once I get my black belt, I'm not finishing there. I want my second degree, third degree, whatever. So they're in the Masters Club. All right? With each of those, you have to remember to reiterate to them what is in it for them. How do these clubs benefit them? Okay? The next subject, pricing. Pricing of people, how much should I charge for my classes, Master C? Look, I am not one of these guys who tell you the fallacy that, all 40 of my schools all over the United States charge the exact same thing because our curriculum is the same in every single one of those and it works no matter where you're at. Okay, if that's true, how come you don't have your schools in the inner city of Chicago, the inner city of Baltimore, the inner city of LA, where people struggle, and you go in there and say you want to charge X amount of money per month, and they're going to later, I'm out, right? Because it's just not true. Yes, you can have a lot of value to your program, but the economic development and income coming in individually or family income in the area in which you have your school is going to determine what you're going to be charging for your classes. It's that simple. If it wasn't true, then anyone can see the value in that Rolls Royce and say, I'm going to go and buy a Rolls Royce. That person making $20,000 or $30,000 a year is not going to buy it, no matter how much value is in that Rolls Royce. So we just have to be real about that and stop trying to lie to people in the industry that anywhere you put your school, you're going to make $100,000 a month. Ain't going to happen. Okay. So you can set your pricing to be whatever you want it to be, but there has to be an increase from your black belt club, from your basic club to your black belt club. Then there needs to be an increase from your black belt club to your master's club, then an increase from your master's club to your leadership club. It just makes common sense for everyone because we see that again in everything in life, from your house to your cars to your cell phones to your cable. It's the same thing. We're used to seeing that. So it's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal. When you're doing your presentation to your school and you have everybody in on that Saturday, write down on there Your current program, hey guys, the way we have everything now in our current program, you're able to come for $129 a month. You can come unlimited. You get all these things that come along with it. The downside is we're noticing the boredom. We're noticing you're not progressing as fast as you want to. We're noticing that those people that really have a drive to become better are being held back a little by people that are playing more than practicing on the floor. So we came up with these programs, the Basic Club, the Black Belt Club, the Masters Club, and Leadership to reward those people with the work ethic. And for you guys, come. That's when you break down the club. Here's what my Basic does. Here's what my Black Belt Club does, etc. Today, guys, typically to enroll in these programs, you're looking at $249 down, and then an additional $35 a month on top of your basic club. Today only, I'm cutting that down, guys. If you are orange belt or above, yellow belt and above, whatever you want to make your cutoff to be, green belt and above, I'm allowing you guys to enter into my black belt club if I feel as if your work ethic is there. And instead of the $249 down payment, I'm allowing you guys to do it today for just $100. Understand, guys, and now it could be 50, it could be 100, whatever you want it to be. Understand, guys, that you can do that today only and save that money. That's my way of saying I see the same desire in you that I saw within myself. I see the same work ethic in you that I saw within myself. So that's what's in it for them, is that you're saving them money for them to get involved with it today. You're showing them the old pricing and what they got. You're showing them here's what our regular prices are, $249 down and $35 above. I don't know. I'm bad as to say you charge $130 a month. Now you're going to charge $35. So you tell them it's $165 a month to be in Black Belt Club and $249 down. However, today you can enter it for just $100 down. And after the second person in your family is enrolled for it today, guys, I'm going to waive even that $100. So the third and fourth person in your family can come in the Black Belt Club free of the down payment. But that's only today. After today, it's going to be that regular $249 down going into each of our programs. And then the $35 additional each month. Now, what does that give to you? Again, you go over what that benefit is. It gives you 3 sessions a week, etc. Okay? All right. You want to do a uniform buyback with this. So on that same day, you're going to let them know, guys, here's what our new uniforms look like. Yeah, they look great, right? Now for us, our Black Belt Club, our Masters Club, our Leadership, they're all embroidered uniforms. Because they can see the value of embroidery versus still the screen printing. The screen printing, we just put on the basic uniform, embroidery on any uniform above that. So you can go ahead and show them, guys, I'm going to do a buyback program for you. What is that? Hey, the uniforms that you've been wearing for us, you got them for $45. We know they're worn out and all that good stuff. Our new uniforms are $100. However, by you turning into me your current uniform, I'm going to go ahead and buy that back, which means I'm going to discount the new uniform for you. So instead of $100, you can be able to get the new uniform. Check this out, guys. Just $80. Okay? And you can make that whatever pricing you want it to be. The thing is, give them the incentive to get your old uniforms off your floor. The more people that are still out there in your old uniforms, the easier it's going to be for the other people in your school to justify why they haven't gotten the new uniforms yet either. So you want to get those off your floor quickly, which means give them incentive to give those back to you. And the incentive for them to give it back to you is that you're going to reduce the price for them to get it that day. Okay? Let's see. Show current methods of teaching. And what I mean by that, guys, is everything that's taught that you're doing right now is great, but you've gotten a particular result. So now you want to let them see this is why we're changing our method, because we need to get a different result. Standards are going up, and for me to get those standards upon you, to get those standards, to meet those standards, I need to change the way I'm presenting it to you. Okay? All right, let's see. So I went over some of these classes. The classes. How long? When the classes are real long, the problem is people lose their focus. Kids start looking around, and now you're, Johnny, focus on me. And you're correcting them more on that. Then it's not that they're being disrespectful. It's just they're kids, and like, how much longer is this, right? You want to get past that. an analogy that I use is growing up and going into the church, and you would hear your pastor after an hour and a half or 2 hours say, and in closing, well, in a Baptist church, a Methodist church, when we hear a black pastor say, and in closing, we know we still got another hour, hour and a half to go before we're out of that place. So everybody's like, oh my goodness, really? Nobody's listening to the word anymore because all they heard is in closing, meaning I still got another hour and a half to go. Don't let your people in your class get to that same point of when is this over? So take them to the 40-minute classes. You have to tell them the benefit of those classes, which is the focus training, more concentration, specific skills, and improvement in the overall development and performance of the techniques because you're spending more time on those particular techniques. All right? All right, structure. With the new structure that you're doing now, it's how are you going to do your curriculum, present your curriculum. I'm going to stop this now and come back to part 3 and go over how you're going to teach your curriculum. All right? Be right back, guys.